Another fun-filled field trip to a music store. Today's mission is that we are going to visit the Sam Ash location in Clearwater, Florida. So, we're on our way. We are heading south on Little Road. So this particular music store is really cool. It's in an old restaurant. Not just a restaurant though, it was a huge restaurant with a 3-story ceiling. Used to be very ornate. It was called the Kapok Tree, I think. Well, anyway, this place is huge. Wait till you see. So we're heading south on Little Road. There's nothing much happening here. Back there is a community where they're going to build 1 million more houses that we don't really need. I live in Pasco County, Florida, and we're building 100 million houses for some reason. On our left is Mitchell High School. I used to work at Mitchell. I was the guy who set up the initial computer network and servers. And I was the guy who patched all the ports in all of the rooms. I enjoyed my time at Mitchell. Great school, great people. We are now heading south on McMullen Booth in an area which is called Trinity. And there's 100 million houses. There's more houses over there. I'm sure there's more going to be built. Eventually, the population of Pasco County, Florida will be 2 billion at the rate we're building houses and apartment complexes. Now, I don't really have the right to complain because I moved from upstate New York to Pasco County, Florida. And when I moved down here, it was Hicksville. It was like the middle of nowhere. Still is in a lot of ways. But a lot of growth happening. The nice thing about McMullen Booth is it's mostly like this. This is divided, so it's just 2 lanes headed south. Traffic shouldn't be too bad. Today is Sunday, and I'm probably going to buy some guitar strings. Unlike the Veterans Expressway, there are many, many lights on McMullen Booth, of which I've just stopped at one of them. Now we're moving again. Now normally, I would stop and get lunch. Today, not so much. I think I'm going to stop and get gas. I might get a caffeinated beverage to help me stay awake today. The older you get, the more tired you get. I'm a full-time web developer, and sometimes when I get to the weekend, I'm just beat. Friday and Saturday night, I recorded a bunch of vocal tracks. I think I recorded 4 songs. One of them came out great. The other 3, we'll see. So, it's time to get this stuff. This is called gasoline, and this is what my car requires to run. It currently costs $20 million per gallon, and I'm going to fill up the tank because I'm a multimillionaire apparently. This is in millions of dollars. There's 30 million, 31 million. Drink up. So here's what we got. Starbucks double shot for the caffeine. Twixt, because it's Tony's favorite, and he's gonna have to edit this video, so he's gonna be jealous that he doesn't get to have the 250 calories in here. Eckerd Hall is down that road. It's a famous concert venue. And now, here is Sam Ash on the left. There you go. You can finally see it. So we're pulling in. Here's this nice area. That's an entrance you can't use. There's a massive parking lot here. And I'm gonna pull in one of these spots. Okay. You can get a bit of a wind noise is gonna destroy this. This is gonna be totally unusable because of wind noise. When you first enter the store, on your right is the acoustic guitar room. This is where I bought my Larrivee Acoustic. They always have a good selection of new and used acoustic guitars here. This is also where I bought my LR Baggs Undersaddle acoustic guitar pickup system. Here's something weird. A left-hand used Carvin acoustic hybrid. They have all kinds of different acoustic pickups and stuff. Next to the acoustic room is the electric guitar and bass room, which also includes amps. One wall is all electric guitars, Fender, Gibson, PRS, all the brands you'd expect. A lot of those concert posters are from Ruth Eckerd Hall, which we passed on the way in. You could walk to Ruth Eckerd from Sam Ash. Here's a better shot of the long guitar wall. On the very back wall, you'll see the basses. The counters on the guitar wall have pedals, pickups, tubes, stuff like that. In the middle, you'll find stacks of new and used amps. The bass amps are down near the basses. Here's a nice selection of pickups. I've bought a few pickups at this store, including the Shawbucker 1 that's currently in my PRS S2 Satin 24. Outside of the guitar area, they've got a bunch of mixing boards. We're headed to the back of the store now to see the live sound equipment. There's a big stage in the back with gear and lights. This particular Sam Ash has always had a good selection of used PA gear. The back wall has microphones and in-ear monitors along with some other live stuff. Here's a good shot of the inside of the store. The top of the ceiling is about 3 stories high in the middle. A week ago, some idiot broke in here on the weekend through the ceiling.
He got almost down to where the second floor would be, and he fell. He used an amp to bust the glass door to escape, but he left a trail of blood. The police used camera footage and DNA from the blood he left behind to catch the guy. Crime does not pay, and sometimes it's downright painful. Need some microphone stands? They've got a bunch. Opposite the stage area, there's another area where something might be built in the future. This is where you can find some good used PA gear. See, this is what I'm talking about. Old PA gear is heavy, but it still sounds good, and you can get it dirt cheap these days. We've ventured into the DJ room, where you'll find boxes with buttons, as well as DMX lights and some other stuff. Now we're in the keyboard room. Here you'll find synths, electric pianos, keyboard stands, controllers, and more electric pianos. I kind of want the 88 key version of this Juno. I can't justify it. I mean, I can get every keyboard sound I need out of software synths these days. They've got new and used band instruments here. Is that a violin or a fiddle? It depends on where you live, I guess. There's some more instruments: saxophones, trumpets, clarinets, flutes, trombones, French horns, etc. Through the doorway, and now we're into a whole nother section of the store where they have an area for lessons and a big drum room. Here we're standing outside of both. They've got individual lesson rooms back in this section of the building. Outside the drum room, they've got a lot of percussion items. Now we're in the big drum room. You can play real drums in here and sound like Phil Collins without bothering anyone shopping for keyboards. Like most guitar players, I secretly want to be a drummer, and I've been watching the prices of these electronic kits go down every year. I'd love to buy a set, but I don't have room for one. I told you I want to be a drummer. And last but not least, there's a room with audio recording gear. Microphones, headphones, mixing boards, speakers, stuff like that. I'm debating whether I want to buy some KRK monitors. New monitors might make it easier for me to mix. And that concludes our tour of the Sam Ash store in Clearwater, Florida. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next Friday at 5.